welcome to the Weege Show. This is your Sunday wrap-up, and honestly, much like many people would have predicted, it was the Australians. They have these two brothers. And they're very good, and they're young, so they can keep doing this for a long time. And those two brothers beat everybody in every race they're in, except the final moto where Eli Tomac did hold up some honor for Team USA. He did finish second in the final moto. Jett Lawrence fell in the final moto early, had to come back, got to third. It was Hunter Lawrence who carries the flag for the Aussies with the double moto wins. One moto 2 and 3. France and Team USA battling both up on the podium. It was really a rough go of it for almost every other team. So even though USA definitely did not have a lot of luck on their side, the results weren't probably what they wanted, but they still end up on the podium. And look at this.
And as always, the Weege Show brought to you by Racetech, the fabulous gold valves. We talk about it all the time. And how about the seminars coming in the month of November out in California? Go to racetech.com/seminars. Suspension secrets, engine secrets, advanced shop skills. I really need to learn that stuff. Racetech's theory, they'll tell you all of it. Basically, the idea is if you know more, it works out better for them and for you. So sign up now.
I'll give it that. That was pretty epic. Get a better background this way. For Team USA, there's going to be, or appeared like there was going to be a lot of what-ifs. Starting with the second moto, RJ Hampshire might have been the second fastest guy. He got up to second, made a mistake. Joe Shimoda got into him. I want to say that Shimoda took him down like on a takeout. I think it started with a mistake from RJ. Then he crashed again. Kind of got hooked up by Panzer from Slovenia. Then crashed all by himself at the end, trying to make those spots back. He ended up finishing 7th in that moto, where he could have gotten 2nd or 3rd easy. And it's like, oh man, those points might come back to harm you. But moto 2, a complete disaster for RJ. He didn't even finish. We're gonna come back. It's in my backpack. It's in the backpack, but I don't want people to know. It's just the value went up. They gave me a hat. What's up, gang? What's up? Yeah. But in the end, look, it was gonna be tough. Yeah, it was going to be tough to beat the Australians if they did what they needed to do. And the Lawrences winning all 3 motos and Webster neutralizing the damage. There is going to be, I think, some talk about Haiden Deegan, man. Look, Chase Sexton got hurt at the last race. Sometimes people get hurt. But the Deegan thing, I think, is going to really sting a lot of people because Justin Cooper was good, but it wasn't anything special. He was basically 10th in both motos. I'd say he was, Clyde Wolf got by him in the second moto. So Deegan could have made the difference. That's all we know. Justin Cooper was okay, he was good, but I think coming into the race, everyone knew how good the Lawrences were, and it was really going to hinge on could Deegan pull out one of those miracle 250 rides and shove a ton of position between himself and Kyle Webster. He wasn't here, and I know that Chase Sexton wasn't either, and RJ had a terrible day, so you could assume that Sexton was better than that, but Deegan's injury was of Deegan's own accord, and I wonder what the reaction to that is going to be. But I don't want to talk about it too much because I also know that people are going to say this is somewhat excuse-making. So I have to lay this out there as well. It might not matter who raced for any team. These dudes are so good. Jett was 16th after he crashed on the first lap. He came back to 3rd. And Hunter Lawrence is becoming, we're on the verge here of saying he's the closest rider in the world to Jett Lawrence. He might already be. We haven't seen Supercross much yet. We'll see. But he might already be the second best rider. It's hard to beat that. And everything else you can say about the Dazzly and Emma and what they've done to get here, we've told that a million times. We're just going to let them enjoy it.
Our 3rd place team as we welcome France to the podium. Come on up.
So I didn't even know. I guess Team USA got the tiebreaker. They had a better moto finish with Tomac in the last race. Great footage.
And now as we welcome France up onto the podium, we now want to welcome up your second place finisher here at MXON at Ironman, the United States of America. The Chamberlain FIM Cup. We welcome FIM President George Weigandt to present to Australia. And now we will present with Australia our first place, our gold place from FIM CMS Director Antonio Alia Portela.
All right, headed back to the media center. I just talked to Rockstar Husqvarna, and yeah, Hampshire crashed and it ripped the radiator shroud, and that actually got to the gas tank. I was standing up here. Oh, they are doing it. They're playing For the Land Down Under. They are playing that. Smooth move. Now my YouTube video might get flagged, but if I talk loud enough and you can't tell that's the song, maybe we're good. Anyway, we were standing up here. This is my move. So that's Australia's section, and that's Team USA's. So we stood next to the Netherlands. What's up, Lissamore? Because Netherlands had already lost, unfortunately, by yesterday because they lost Glenn Coldenhoff. So we were like, we'll stand next to the two teams that are probably going to be battling for this so we can see their reactions but not interfere. RJ ripped the gas tank, and then we were upstairs and we could hear, or sorry, we could smell the gas. It's very nice aroma. Very expensive race gas, I've been told, but his race was done. But like I said, it looked like when he went down with Shimoda in the second moto, when he could have finished the moto on the podium, that, oh man, those 5 or 6 points are really going to come back to haunt Team USA. But it didn't matter because the second moto for RJ was even worse. But look, Kyle Webster also went down in the first turn of both motos on the 250. So it's not like that team didn't have its challenges either. So I don't want to make anything sound like excuse making. What have we discussed on this show? We just report. You decide. And the one thing that everybody did say was that we did not see RJ do RJ things all summer, really ever since he's gotten to the 450, but there were a bunch today. On the one end, I will say that while Hunter Lawrence was leading Moto 2, he also crashed twice, just sliding out. I think a lot of the guys were getting caught out by the track that seemed slippery at the beginning of the day, and the second moto was just that classic, sharp, square edge, small, choppy bumps everywhere. And man, it was like you were just waiting for dudes in that final moto to go down. Everybody was sideways, either sliding or hitting bumps all over the place. It's a big hill right there. What's up, everybody? Yeah. That's it right now. You're on it. You're on it. Jonathan Beasley, OG, Budds Creek 07.
The real deal.
And Ezra.
What's up, baby?
What's up? That's his son who now owns Budds Creek. Dad was the original owner, obviously. So you can count a couple points here and there. It seemed like it was going to be a nail biter. Points are actually tied going into the final moto. But I think most people, myself at least, knew, yeah, but the Australian struggle was going to be getting enough out of Webster. If you're tied after the 250 motos and now you've got Hunter and Jett, odds are good. What if it was Sexton? Hey, you got to make the races, man. I feel really bad. I was really building up. Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah, gang. I was really building up the Belgian team, as you know. Ellie's taking pictures for Chad. You're the picture taker. You've done it. Sorry, I didn't know the camera zoomed in on me like that. Sorry. This team, I talked so much about the Belgian team the last two shows. They had the speed to do it. Sasha Kunin started 5th on the 250 in the first moto while Lucas was right there up front. And I'm like, well, they could go 2.5 in this first moto and have a massive gap. But then Sasha crashed again. And the last lap crash, he actually got hit. I think his bike got hit by J-Coupe. Then he was banged up for the second moto. What's that?
You're giving me an interview or not?
You want an interview?
Well.
Sorry about Coldenhoff, man.
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry too, and
yes.
Sorry about Jeffrey not being here. Yeah.
There's a lot of...
Sometimes people make wrong decisions, you know?
I know. Well, hey, Team USA didn't have 2 of their original 3 either, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be...
I would love to see Sexton and Deegan ride.
Yes, exactly.
Against Kai, but it didn't happen. Maybe next year.
I know, but the point is, everybody has their troubles, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it would have been tough to beat those guys anyway. We have to keep that in mind.
Hey, you're a good commentator.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so the Netherlands lost Coldenhoff, so they weren't going to be contenders. Thank you. They had no rider in the one class. Talon Volen. And what was I talking about? Belgium. Yeah, so then Sasha hurt himself with the crashes in the first moto. Second moto, I think, got 24th with a bum wrist. And that was kind of the end of Belgium's hopes. But in the second moto, it was interesting to see Lucas Kunin start with the Lawrences. Then Jett goes down, and it was like, ooh, can Lucas Kunin maybe top Hunter Lawrence? He was there, he was there, he was there, then he crashed out. So disastrous day results-wise for Belgium for the second year in a row. They got talent, but it's been the story with these brothers. They're so fast, but the crashes, ooh, make it tough. Okay, we were checking at Team Sweden. My guy Scott Wallenberg said you got to come over here because he's Swedish at heart. This is Isaac Gifting, who you might remember. It was good. Your GP, when you almost won, it was good. I know you're probably bummed it didn't work out, but it was awesome. No, it was awesome. It was awesome. Anyway, today, played a bit of a starring role. So your passes and battles, there was France and Team USA going for second. You were in that part of that mix because you were in that battle. But Jett Lawrence ran into you, and he ran into you. You were just cruising around the outside.
Yeah, you just saw the video. He actually ran into me, and he took us both out.
Yes.
And I was surprised. I picked my bike up, and he was like, "Oh, that's Jett. Like, what's he doing actually?" But yeah, the race went pretty good after that. Anyway, I picked myself up in like 13, 14. He did himself. He passed me. Obviously, he went away, but I still got up to 8, so I'm happy with that. And the last pass I made, got America up to second.
Yes.
And Frost down to third.
You're the difference maker.
So I did it for America.
There we go.
America.
Shoot, we got to get some fans over here.
Yeah,
to hook you up.
it. Yeah.
Now, also, I'm walking down to the third moto to watch, and I'm late because I'm late for everything. And I see a rider is running in his boots and everything, and I'm like, Gifting 61. You're a little late for that.
Jeez, yeah. When I came running down the hill, I was like quite relaxed. I was walking, and I see everybody going out on the sign lap. That's a bit later than normal. And then I started running. But I think it was good because I actually got warmed up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did quite a fast sighting lap. Yeah, it was good for the race, I reckon.
And last thing, your team said some heel clickers on the sight lap?
Oh yeah, always on the sign lap. Not always, but in America, yes.
Okay, that's kind of your thing though?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, so it sounds like you had some fun.
I did have some fun. I enjoyed a lot, and I'm going to enjoy more tonight.
Okay.
At the Monster Party. Yeah.
Yes, there's
That's
more to
where I'll
come.
be.
You did your job. Thank you. As a
buddy.
gifting.
All right, wrapping the show up. I'm really mad. I'm really mad because I had an exclusive Harry Everts interview, but the microphone didn't work, and Liam Everts, and Sasha Coonan. That was my goal, to get some of them on the show. I messed up, but at least I got gifting. I just want you to see that trailer there, that white trailer. That is the trailer that Team USA works in. It's behind the Star Racing rig. That's part of the infrastructure. I mentioned this big time last year in England, that all the fundraising that you see for Team USA, they also had a company donate that trailer. They had to pay for the transportation of the trailer, but the use of the trailer was free because it's a different type of trailer, and they're trying to get race teams in America to think, oh, the European style truck could be cool. The real point is that's where Team USA worked together to have neutral turf, to go over line choice, have a lounge, strategize, and things like that. So RJ Hampshire didn't have to go in the Star rig, or if Sexton was here, he wouldn't have to do it, et cetera, et cetera. So big gains for Team USA. I feel like they are maximizing their effort. I have now found out through the podcast that I did with this guy, Mathis, apparently RJ Hampshire had a big crash leading into the race. So that hurt. I feel like he was ripping, actually, until, as he said in the press conference, it was going well until he wasn't. Little assist, he feels, from Shimoda. Shimoda's side is more that RJ was already washing the front and Joe had nowhere to go. I think Panzer definitely brake checked him a bit and helped him down the second time, and then the rest was just RJ, kind of going back to RJ. But I didn't know he was hurt coming in. Anyway, what I learned from Sasha Coonan that you won't hear in the interview that didn't happen with audio, he said his rear brake had a problem on the last lap. That's why he fell the last time, and that's why Justin Cooper then landed on him, jacked up his wrist, and with that, Belgium's hopes. Did the Coonan show something? I think they did, but the result certainly isn't going to show it. Speaking of shows, that's it for this show. Thanks for watching, and really congrats to the Australians. As long as the Lawrences keep showing up for this one, it's going to be tough on everyone else. But I know that the Americans are probably saying to themselves, what if Deegan and Sexton were here? Could that have changed it? Maybe you find out next year.